Welcome to my tour of the Carnival Conquest. You are going to love this tour. You'll actually feel like you're on the ship. I do my tours in the middle of when things are going on so that you feel like you're really there. Let's get into it. All right, guys, we are starting off on deck number 3. This is actually the deck that you board the Carnival Conquest on, so I thought this would be a good one to start off on. The first thing you're going to see up here on the right-hand side is a big white sign that actually says guest services on it. Guest services, if you don't know, is the desk where you can go take care of any billing questions you have, pretty much any general questions you have about your cruise or your cruise account. Those friendly people over there are going to be able to help you out. They are friendly. They're always really, really great people, so don't be afraid to go there and get any help you might need. So right down the hallway right here, I noticed when I was doing this ship tour that the Toulouse-Lautrec main lounge theater was actually showing a show. So I decided to head down here and give you guys a little glimpse. I'm not sure if I was supposed to be filming in there or not when the show was going on, but I thought it was a good opportunity to just get like 10-20 seconds, let you guys know what it's like to actually be there at the show. The seats in this theater are really comfortable. It's a great place to catch a show. I'm not gonna lie, the shows that they had weren't really my cup of tea. Not the best shows, I think, on the water, but somewhere you can go after dinner and just have a good time. So when I do my ship tours, I like to do them, kind of towards the evening when there's a lot going on the ship, so that you guys can actually see what it's like on the ship when there's people around, there's the events going on, all that kind of stuff. It just adds a little bit of excitement. Right up here on the right-hand side, you are gonna see a couple of people dancing. You see those guys? Check out how good they are. They're on the dance floor by themselves, super elegant. And in a minute here, we're going to get up close and personal with those guys and actually catch them on the dance floor. So right here, we're going to be pulling up to the Conquest Bar. This is a very popular bar. Pretty much every time you walk past here, you're going to see people hanging out and enjoying either just the ambiance or whatever's going on here in the studio atrium. And let's head over, get on the dance floor for a second here. Yeah, can you guys dance like this? I can't dance like this. I wish I could. These guys are so good. That band was actually really good too. I'm kind of picky about my bands, and these guys were great. They were playing some 80s and 90s music. They were just really tight. It was just a really good group. All right, you're gonna see these pop-up photo booths here. They have those things all around the ship. The passengers on this ship really like getting their photographs taken. It was really cool. This is the Carnival Adventures booth where you can book shore excursions. Some of the friendly staff saying hi right there. All right, continuing on, we are going to pass by the artist lobby right here. It's kind of a cool place to chill out. See those doors back there? Those will actually take you outside. We're going to show you that in just a couple of minutes here, but first, we're going to head down to the Renoir restaurant. One of the most beautiful restaurants on a cruise ship I've ever seen. It's obviously inspired by the Impressionist painter. It is a beautiful, beautiful room. Get a load of this room when you get in. But before we go in, we got to stop at the Pissarro room. This is the art studio on the Carnival Conquest. Check this out. You've got all these beautiful works of art. Hey, some of them back there were actually covered. I don't know, were those the ones that were sold? Are they just too special for us to be able to see? Is there maybe nothing underneath those sheets? Who knows? It's a mystery. Those statues were really beautiful. I made sure to grab a quick shot of those. And as we leave the room, you're going to see the cassette room right here. This entrance was blocked, but this is actually where the captain's table is held. That is where you can pay to sit with the captain and some of the officers. It's a really social affair, a really fancy dinner. I'm sure a good time, but not something that we were interested in. I will be giving you a glimpse inside that room in just a couple of minutes here. So, the Renoir restaurant. Check this place out. This is your main dining room for anytime dining. That's what we chose. It's just a beautiful room. I mean, everything about it, the carpet, the art on the walls, the shape of the table and the chairs, they actually look like flowers, right? They actually have, like on the ceiling, they have flowers that kind of reflect what you're seeing on the floor. It's this really artistic room where you sit there and you just kind of try to soak it all in. It's really, really beautiful. I'm not afraid to complain about things I don't like, and really the main dining experience, I've got nothing to complain about. The food, the service was really good, everything about it was really good. So here is that captain's table. Looks like it's just finishing up on that day, but there's a little glimpse inside that room where you can go kind of hobnob with the captain and the officers if you're willing to pay. All right, we're gonna speed it up a little bit and just head outside here. Emily is kind enough to get the door for us. It's always a big kind of wind tunnel when you open up that door. Walk out on the deck, you get that fresh ocean breeze. So nice. There's some humidity in the air. You just walk up to the railing and you can look at that beautiful ocean view. Of course, it's nighttime right now, but it's still beautiful. You see the waves kind of kicking up from the boat right there. Such a nice, peaceful place to hang out. I actually love coming out here. Sometimes I like to just get some space. I will come out here. There's hardly anybody around. The chairs down here, you can see in the distance there a little bit, are actually pretty comfortable. I like to come out here with a cup of tea and just sit here and enjoy the peace, the smells, the sights, and the feels of the ocean air. All right, we're getting on the elevator and we are going to get off on level 4. We are going up to the Atlantic deck. The Atlantic deck is a beautiful deck. You're going to see a couple of the main dining restaurants that are so gorgeous and lots of other things, so stay tuned. So you see these folks on the right-hand side wearing the graduation outfits? They just came out of the gallery right here. The gallery is a room you can rent for special events or special occasions. It's a beautiful room. Looks like they just graduated, so hey, congratulations, whatever it is that you graduated for. Now we're going to dodge some of the crew here, bringing around these strange carts of laundry or props. I'm not exactly sure what those things are. And now you're getting your first glimpse of Alfred's Bar, one of my favorite places on the ship. It is so beautiful. Check out that bust on the wall there, that stone statue. Just so detailed, so gorgeous. The artwork here is absolutely amazing. It's named after Alfred Sisley. Now, I am not an art expert by any means, so I had to look that up. But hey, it's really cool. I'm learning a little bit, and I really got a chance to soak in some of this amazing art. Sometimes when I go to a museum, which isn't really even that often, but when I'm there I kind of feel rushed. I feel like I can't really soak in the artwork and there's just so much going on. When you're here on the ship, you could just sit down on one of those chairs, maybe put on some headphones, have a drink, and just kind of soak in that art for a while. Just really relax and take it all in. It's a cool opportunity. This room during the daytime is pretty quiet. During the evenings, sometimes they'll have trivia games here and events like that, and later in the evening, sometimes they'll have jazz concerts or classical concerts. It's just a really comfortable room where you can come and sit down and relax and take in some culture. Coming up here on the left-hand side is the Dream Studio. This is the photography studio on the ship where you need an appointment. It's more for special events, I think like graduations and things like that. Whereas Pixel's photography studio is more of the people just going around the ship, and we'll get a look at that in just a little while here. And we're heading towards the back exit of Alfred's bar here. And in a second here, you are in for a treat. Just wait till we get across this hallway. Oh my gosh, look at that sunflower. Is that not amazing? Now, I don't know why, but I panned immediately over to this dinner menu. Wanted you guys to be able to zoom in and see what's for dinner, which is pretty cool, but let's get back to that giant glass sunflower. Is that thing not amazing? It is so gorgeous, and in real life, it's even more stunning. You've got to see it sometime. This is called the Sunflower Atrium, and it is basically the entryway to the Monet restaurant. So, the Monet restaurant is named after the famous French Impressionist Claude Monet. The room is absolutely beautiful. Just like the Renoir restaurant, the detail's amazing, the carpet, the chairs, the layout, the whole thing is mesmerizing and beautiful. And something I really like in this section is look on the side of the booths. You see those little Eiffel Towers? Everywhere you look, there's just another little detail that kind of brings you into the moment, brings you into the atmosphere. It's a really fun place to be. So imagine sitting at that long table right at the end there, enjoying your dinner, enjoying conversation, and then when you look behind you, look out the window and you can see the tail of the ship, you can see the ocean going by. What a magical place to have a meal, right? The Monet restaurant here is where you'll eat if you have a traditional dining time, like when you choose like 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock, got the same table every night, the same wait staff. Some people prefer it that way. Some people, like Emily and I, like the anytime dining, but either way, it's going to most likely be a great experience. This room accommodates around 1,100 people. All right, we are making our way out of the Monet dining room area, speeding things up a little bit, and we need to head back through Alfred's bar, but we're going to go to the right-hand side. And right down this hallway, I just wanted to show you guys this little hidden staircase. Not such a big deal, but it just takes you right outside. You can take a right up there and it brings you right out onto the deck outside and you can take in the ocean view. And one more quick jaunt through the Renoir restaurant. Now, this is on deck 4. A little bit ago in the video, we were on deck 3, so you're seeing it from the above view, and I really wanted you guys to be able to see what deck 3 looks like from above on deck 4. To me, it's just a stunning picture, and I thought it was worth showing you guys. So check this out. Look at that. They look like flowers, right? The layout of the tables and the settings on the tables, everything is so perfect and precise and artistic. It blows my mind. Maybe it's just me, but I had to show you guys. I just think that's a really, really beautiful thing. Here is the Circle C. This is the ages 12 through 14 teen area on the ship. It is a great place for kids in that age group to hang out with other kids in that age group and make some friends and have some fun. And as promised, as we come around the corner here, this is the Pixels photography area. Now this is the area where they display pictures where photographers walk around the ship and maybe come to your dinner table, maybe just catch you in the hallway. There's these pop-up studios that you'll find around the ship, and you'll get your picture taken. And then they put them on the wall. You can come in here and take a look at the pictures that were taken to see if you like them. It's fun to come in and find yourself on the wall, but of course, if you want to purchase them, they'd love to sell them to you. You know I've mentioned this before, but this ship, more than others I've been on, is really heavily into the photography, which is wonderful. Here's another shot of the studio atrium. We'll be seeing that from higher views as we go up on higher floors. Right over here is just a little counter where they sell picture frames, lanyards, just some cruise essentials. As we come through the hallway here, we're actually going to go past the elevator bank and we're going to pop out on the other side, and there's one more place that we need to show you on deck 4, and then we'll be moving up to the casino deck. And on deck 4 here, the last place is the Painter's Library. It's a place where you can come in and play a board game, read a book, just somewhere quiet you can be and have some family time or some alone time. I actually utilized this when I first got on the ship. I had had a long travel day, got on the ship. I really just wanted some space, and the rooms weren't ready yet. All the other spots were taken on the couches and the chairs around the ship. Couldn't find anywhere to sit, but all of a sudden I saw the library. I popped in here. There was nobody in here. It was nice and cool. The air conditioning was good, and I sat down and really was able to just find some peace before I got in my room. All right, this time we're going to take the stairs up to deck 5. Right at the top of the stairs here, you're going to see the Watch Shop. That is what it is called. It is one of the least creative names of a store I've ever heard, but nonetheless, it is a really cool store. They have a huge display of watches, beautiful watches, expensive watches, moderately priced watches, everything in between. And they also have these really elegant purses, all kinds of goodies that are fun to shop for, souvenirs to buy for your friends and family. Great place to do some Christmas shopping. You know, from a distance to me, those look like Disney watches. I don't think they are though, because I don't think Disney would license to Carnival. But nonetheless, they look like cool watches. All right, we're gonna cross over here into the Effie Jewelry Store. They had an impressive display of jewelry, rings and necklaces, earrings, all those kind of things that I'm not interested in, but there are a lot of people that get into this kind of stuff. You could tell the people in the store were really enjoying being there. We're popping out of the store here for a second. They have entrances between the stores on the inside and entrances from the outside. We're just popping out quick. We're going to get a view of the studio atrium from deck 5 here. You can see the Conquest Bar in the background right there. And as we pan up, the view is getting more and more beautiful the higher we get on the ship. You can see the ceiling mural there. And then as I pan up even further, that huge wall mural right there, it is super impressive. If you're ever on the Conquest, find the spot where I'm standing and soak that in for a minute. It's really outstanding. I know you've been waiting for it. We're going into Hip Fish, Fashion and Accessories. It's a super clean white background, beautiful store. Everything in there looks really tempting. Got the sunglasses. We're going to come around. There's those charm bracelets, charm necklaces that are popular. All kinds of purses. Once again, not something that I generally shop for, but I know there's a lot of people that love this stuff. So I just wanted to give you an overview. So this apparently is like make your own bracelet out of these gold and silver chains. Not exactly sure how that works, but looks pretty cool. There was a show going on in the Toulouse-Lautrec Theater here. I just wanted to pop in. It looks like this one is a game show type show. Just wanted you guys to see it really quick. All right, we're just walking down the hallway here. We're going through the elevator bank, so I sped it up a little bit. And in a second here, we're going to be coming out on this display here. It's got plaques of the different ports that the Carnival Conquest has been to. All cruise ships have a display like this. It's kind of fun to stop and just kind of see where the ship has been in the past. And that leads us to the port side liquor and tobacco store. Duty free. You can come in here. They have a huge selection of different alcohols, cigarettes, all those vices, and hopefully you can find a good deal. And now we're crossing over to the Hip Fish Fragrance Store. Small store, big fragrances. And finally, we're going to cross into the Carnival Fun store here. This Carnival Fun store has all kinds of great Carnival branded things, t-shirts, jackets, hoodies, hats, little boats, magnets. Also has the area where you can stock up on toothbrushes, toothpaste, Advil, those things that maybe you forgot to put in your suitcase before you left. That's where you can get them. Yeah, the Skybox Sports Bar is right next door. It's kind of a cool little bar. If you're a sports fan, it's a great place. You can pop in. Of course, it's got these jerseys on the wall. It's very sports themed. They've got different games on different TVs. You can come in here, have a beer, watch the game, and just enjoy the afternoon. It's also directly connected to the casino. And here are a couple of friendly people that walked by. They saw me walking around with a camera and they decided, hey, this is going on YouTube. I want to say hi to the world. So, hey. Okay, this is the display right outside the cherry on top store. This is the candy store on the Conquest. For me, this is a very tempting store. I love my sugar. I like getting into some chocolate, sometimes some candy. I came in here expecting to buy something, but it was actually $17 a pound. That seemed a bit too much to me, and I guess I wasn't craving sweets that much, so I passed on it, but it looked really tempting. I kind of regret that, actually. I think next time I'm on the Conquest, I'm going to try at least a little bit of the candy, because it just looks so good. All right, that brings us to the casino. And I just kind of make my way quickly through the casino. I don't need to get into anybody's gambling business, but I wanted to give you guys a little overview of what the casino was like. It is a big casino. They got a lot of different games, a lot of different slot machines. I did spend some time here. I definitely lost some money, and it was really fun, you know, until at the end of the night you look at your bill and see where you're at. But hey, everybody was always dancing. Every time I was near the dance floor, it's just a really kind of lively atmosphere, a fun place to be. All right, right around this corner, we are going to be coming to an area where there's nightclubs, the arcades over here, all kinds of fun stuff. They had all these pop-up photo booths like this all the way down this hallway, and people were getting so enthusiastic, they're getting so dressed up to get their pictures taken. I just thought that was really cool. This is the Coffee Fans Coffee Shop. It took us forever to find this place, and neither Emily or I drink a lot of coffee. We did want to find out, like on some of the other cruise lines, if the cookies and pastries were free. They were definitely not free. Man, they look so good, but once again, I don't know if we're cheap, but we just weren't willing to pay $2.50 for the cookie when we could go up to the buffet and get something else. Here's another one of those teen zones. This one is for ages 15 to 17. Once again, a place for kids of like ages to get together, hang out, and enjoy their time on the cruise ship. There was a huge bottleneck right here. There was tons and tons of people. It was super crowded, and I think what happened was there was a performance at the comedy club, which you're going to see in just a little bit here, and also there's all these people that got dressed up to get their picture taken, and they all came here together, so we were like, what is going on? Why is it so crowded here? But I think it was just a lot of events happening in a small area, so we ended up having a bottleneck. It's kind of cool though. I wanted to show you guys this because it's good people watching. You can see these stylish dressed up people and what it's really like to be on the ship. So here's the video arcade. Hey, if you want to feel like a kid again, stop into the video arcade. This was a really impressive video arcade. They have tons and tons of games, tons of these like claw games. I got sucked into one of them and dropped like 20 bucks. Of course I didn't win anything, but I had a good time losing that money. My wife kind of had to drag me out of there. But yeah, they have these super high-tech video games, you know, nothing like when I was a kid, that's for sure. But see that skee ball? That's my jam right there. I love skee-ball. I've been playing skee-ball since I was, what, like 5 years old, 7 years old? What a great game. You know about the thing where people hide ducks on cruise ships? You ever wondered where they get them? Well, here you go. This machine right here dispenses ducks that you can hide around the cruise ship. All right, this is Henri's Bar. This is named after Henri Rousseau, another Impressionist painter, as you might expect. And this place is where people party. You walk past here like a little bit later in the evening, and that dance floor is gonna be full, and people just absolutely grooving. It's an intense nightclub. The music is pounding. It's dark in there. Dance floor has lights. It's just a really, really fun atmosphere for those of you that like to party hard at night. I just wanted to bust a dance move for you, so now that we got that done, we're gonna take off. All right, as we head down the hallway here, we're gonna pass the Alchemy Bar. The Alchemy Bar seems to be a pretty popular place, especially in the evenings. Seems to be like an in-between bar where if you're on your way maybe to the comedy club, you're gonna stop at Alchemy and pick up a drink. Or maybe if you're heading to Henri's, you're gonna stop at Alchemy and get a drink. A popular spot, but not where they necessarily hold events. Here is the Blues Club. This was a cool spot. It definitely has that Blues Club feel to it. They've got that kind of blue light going on there, low light, blues music going on in the background. The people that were in here were really into it. So yeah, this seems like a cool spot. You can see the bar up there has like a fake piano that goes all the way around it. Pretty cool decor. All right, we get to get another view of the Sunflower Atrium right here, and you're gonna see that giant sunflower from above. Check this out. Looks pretty cool from any angle that you see it. All right, this is the Degas room, named after Edgar Degas, who is a French Impressionist painter who liked to paint ballerinas in particular. That's what he's known for. Once again, I had to look that up. I didn't just know that. But when you look around the room, you'll see these ballerina figurines, and that's why. Down there, that stage is called the Punchliner Comedy Club that's kind of inside the room here. Got this guy dancing in front of me. He was super into it. Just trying to get around him, but luckily he decided to keep moving anyway. There's one of those ballerinas I was talking about. Beautiful decor on this ship. All right, guys, this is both mine and Emily's favorite room on the entire ship. It is the Vincent Jazz Club. We call it the Sunflower Room. The only way I can really describe this is you kind of feel like you're inside of a sunflower, or you kind of feel like you are a sunflower. I'm not sure, but you look around and the shapes of the chairs, the shapes of the tables, those bright yellow colors, the kind of twists in the columns on the walls and those sunflowers in the background, the hand-blown glass forms that are all around. It is just a really unique environment and a really special place. And that is it for Deck 5. All right, we are back on the elevator. This time we're gonna get off on Deck 9. This is the Lido deck. Everybody loves the Lido deck. We're finally gonna get outside for the first time on this ship tour. It's a beautiful, like 88-degree sunny day. You're gonna absolutely love it. Let's make our way. The Lido deck is a populated area. It's a popular pass-through here. So of course they've got some beautiful artwork on the walls that of course you can purchase if you would like. And free of charge, they've got this awesome mural over here. I was blown away by this mural. The artwork on this ship, I've said over and over again, is really stunning. This was kind of a combination of a bunch of different artists. Very cool. And I promise we'll be outside in just a second, but one last shot of this sweet elevator bank all the way up on Deck 9, and then we're gonna look down once again into the studio atrium. Looks like these folks were confused about something. Finally, we are getting outside on this gorgeous day. Take a look at that blue sky. Nothing but ocean air, the breeze on your skin, the sun on your face. Just a beautiful experience. So first thing I do is just kind of pan around and show you guys the whole view. Got a hot tub on both sides of the pool. Of course, they're packed full of people. They always are. Pool's got a bunch of people in it. On a Carnival cruise, I have found that you're not going to find a lot of empty pools. Maybe on a port day, that would be a good strategy to get the pool to yourself. But for the most part, there's going to be a lot of people partying in the pool. This area is not an adults only area. There's lots of kids running around, lots of kids in the pool, and even lots of kids in the hot tub. But there are areas that I'll show you later on the ship that are adult only. So if you want to get away from the kids, you can do that. The all-important life jacket rack right there. And here is the famous RedFrog Rum Bar. This place is really cool. You can tell everybody's having a great time hanging out at the bar, having some drinks, chatting. Just looks like a great vibe. Got people reserving their loungers with an article of clothing or a towel. A lot of people hanging out. A lot of people outside of the pool. A lot of people in the pool. Everybody's got their own preference, but everybody's having a good time. Now look at the back here. You see that line? That is a big old line for Guy's Burgers. We're going to come around to that in just a second here. Now, luckily, the couple of times I ate at Guy's Burgers, the line wasn't like this, but this was like prime time. It was in between lunch and dinner. The buffet was closed, so a lot of people waiting to get their Guy's Burger. And here is a shot of the toppings bar. If you've never been to Guy's, it's great. You get your burger, and then you can come over and you can customize it with all these toppings and make it just the way you like it. I did a food review that includes Guy's Burgers and a lot of the other restaurants on the ship. Make sure you check that out. A link will be in the description. I wanted you guys to see a close-up of the burger patties, so I kind of jumped in here in front of this lady. I don't think she liked that so much. Sorry about that, lady. Yeah, these burgers are so good. Apparently what they do is they put queso on top of the burger, and then they put cheese on top of the queso. So you've got like that melted cheese underneath the cheese. That's one of the secrets of Guy's Burgers. All right, there was like a bottleneck here at Guy's Burgers. Took a little bit of doing to get out of there. Coming up on the right-hand side here is a popular area. It is one of the locations of Swirl's Ice Cream, where you can just go up, grab a cone or grab a bowl and get yourself some soft serve anytime you want. Emily just got herself a cone right there. As you can see, she's really happy about that. And we are walking in. This is your first glimpse of the Cezanne Buffet area. They call it the Cezanne Restaurant. This is an absolutely huge buffet. It's what, like 3 or 4 entire sections you'll see in a second here, and they're not all open at the same time. They trade off which section is open to accommodate people as they need. So because we're in between lunch and dinner and the buffet is closed, the deli here, this is what the line is for, is the deli is very packed. Once again, when the buffet is open or main dining's open, the line at the deli or the line at Guy's is probably going to be a lot shorter. And they actually turn over the food at the deli here really fast. It wasn't my favorite restaurant, not going to lie. Went here and was a little bit disappointed with the quality of the food, but if you're hungry and the buffet is closed, it's a great place to come and grab a bite just to get you by. Now you're starting to see how big this buffet is. This is just like the second section. There's a whole nother big section of the buffet even after this one. And this island right here in the middle is the dessert area. Once again, it was closed when we came through, but I wanted you guys to see it full of desserts. What a treat. It's so fun to go pick out a dessert from all those colorful creations that they make. All right, on the right-hand side here, we're coming up on the Seafood Shack. This is an area where if you want to eat here, it's going to cost you extra, but man, it looks like it's worth it. I really wanted to try this place. I really wanted to try a lobster roll, but I never quite got around to it. Next time I'm on a Carnival ship with a Seafood Shack, I'm definitely going for it. It looked and smelled amazing. All right, this is the sky pool you're looking at right here. You can see there's a lot of people just hanging around the edge of the pool. Of course, there's a lot of people hanging around in the pool, doing their thing, having a great time, soaking in the rays, sunbathing, just having a blast on the Carnival Conquest. If you want to get out of that direct sunshine but still get that fresh ocean air, here's like a covered area with lots of chairs. Great place to come and have lunch. I'm a sucker for looking out the window at the tail that the cruise ship leaves. It's always a really cool view. There's Emily showing that she got another ice cream cone. All right, this is the aptly named Sky Bar, right next to the Sky Pool. Another great place to stop and grab a drink. It's not hard to find a place to grab a drink on the Conquest, I can tell you that much. There's generally a bar nearby. You don't have to walk too far to get that drink. All right, we're coming up here on Pirate Pizza. This was a super popular location. In my opinion, it was pretty good pizza. It was nothing to write home about, but it was pretty good. And it's the only place that's open after like 11 o'clock. So if you come here later at night, maybe after you've had a few drinks, there's usually a long line of people waiting to get their pizza. But they make those pizzas fast, they get them out fast, they just kind of set them on the counter, you can come up and grab them. Or if you want a certain kind, you can request that, and they'll get you a mushroom, or a margarita, or a pepperoni. They've got a whole bunch of different choices on the pizza. Hey, if you're a beer drinker, you're going to absolutely love this next feature that they have in the buffet. It's right here in the buffet. They have the Twisty Frog pour your own beer station. You don't even need to walk out and go to the bar. That's only a few steps away. You can just walk over, pour yourself your own beer. It's 50 cents an ounce. The Cezanne Buffet can accommodate up to 1,396 people. Here is a drink station. Now they had good coffee, they had hot chocolate, which is a huge plus. They had tea, they had iced tea, and they had lemonade. And it was, I'm sorry to say it, but the worst lemonade I've ever had on a cruise ship. It tasted like it had cleaning product in it. It was horrible. And we got it from multiple different stations. It was horrible every time. I don't know what kind of lemonade they're getting, but they need to change that up. That's one complaint I do have about the Conquest. This is the sushi restaurant. This is also a place that you need to pay extra if you want to eat here. Looked like absolutely delicious sushi. I love sushi, but I was enjoying the free offerings so much I never did get around to getting sushi. I did love the sushi guy. Every time I would walk by with the camera, he'd yell out, "Sushi!" So you'll see that Italian sign right there. When I first got on the ship, I thought maybe they had different sections in the buffet where they had different styles of food. As time went on, I learned that all the different sections of the buffet would actually serve the same things. Maybe at one time they had different foods in different sections, but in my experience, it was the same foods, just in different sections of the buffet. All right, one of my favorite restaurants on the ship right here. This is the Blue Iguana Cantina. This is a lot like Chipotle, except I think it's actually better than Chipotle. They have burritos and tacos that you can customize. You just come over and ask for what you want. They have like carnitas and beef and chicken, and they also have shrimp you can get on your burrito or your tacos. So delicious. And then you can come to this salsa bar, which unfortunately was closed when we walked by, but they had cheese and lettuce and pico de gallo and salsa, all the toppings that you could possibly want. You're getting a look here at the Blue Iguana Tequila Bar. Once again, I'm sure everybody here is having a great time. They're drinking tequila most likely, and that's going to be a side effect. So we are wrapping up the Lido deck here, but as you can see, it's got a great vibe. Everybody's having a great time. There's nothing but smiles and sunshine. The Lido deck is a huge win on the Conquest. It's just a party going on all the time. I will tell you though, they're not partying nearly as hard as the people in the adult only area. Just wait until you see what's going on over there. It'll probably make your jaw drop. All right, this time we're going to get off the elevator on deck 10. It is the panorama deck. It's called that for a good reason. There is nothing but beautiful, great ocean views on deck 10. It's a really fun place to be. It also houses the Point Steakhouse. That's where we are now. This is fancy specialty dining on the Carnival Conquest. It's $49 per person. So we didn't take advantage of it. That was a little bit more than we wanted to spend, and we found the free food to be really good on its own, but I can only imagine this place is absolutely delicious. The decor is beautiful. We're going to give you a shot of the menu here in a second. Be able to zoom in on that if you want. There's tablecloths on the tables. It's very formal, very beautiful. Although ironically, I like the decor in the Monet and Renoir restaurants even more. They've got those Impressionist paintings everywhere. To me, this doesn't quite have as much pizzazz as some of the other dining rooms. All right, let's get back outside. Once again, it is like in the high 80s. It's a nice breeze outside. It's definitely hot out. It's just an absolutely beautiful day. Skies are blue. There's not very many clouds in the sky. You can smell and taste the ocean air. Just a beautiful place to be. Now, the smell and taste of the ocean air is going to be interrupted a little bit here because we are walking through the smoking section. You can see these folks on the right-hand side having a cigarette. Hey, I used to smoke. I smoked for many years. It's been about 10 years since I quit, and I have no regrets about that, but I remember the good things about it. Sit down with your friends, have a couple of smokes, have a drink, shoot the breeze. It's actually a really social thing. It's a really fun thing. But, ladies and gentlemen, it is bad for your health. There's no two ways about that, so I'm just going to recommend quitting if you can. Sometimes when you're on a cruise ship, you just want to get the blood going in your body a little bit, get some movement, walk around. I love these wide open decks where you can just take in the ocean views. You can watch for dolphins, you can watch for whales. It's just a good time. All right, guys, pay attention to this spot. You're coming around this corner right here. Try to remember where this door is. This door is going to bring you into a little hidden spot that you're going to want to know about when you get on the Conquest. This is actually part of the buffet. This is a floor above the main section of the buffet. This is just a kind of a little section, but you'll find like a lot of the officers up here eating. It's almost never crowded, and up here you are going to find the old-fashioned barbecue spot. It is, in my opinion, the best food on the ship. They've got a whole line of Guy Ferrari specialty sauces. They've got slow-cooked beef brisket, slow-cooked pork, mac and cheese, all that Southern comfort food that we love. It's really, really good, and not that many people know about it. Also, they limit the hours from 12 noon to 2:30 every day. They don't have it open for dinner, so you really got a time getting over here, but I would highly recommend it. It is a secret spot that you don't want to miss. All right, we've made our way over to the other side of deck 10. You're gonna find a lot more ocean views out here. You're gonna find all kinds of open cruise loungers you can sit on if you feel like just taking it easy, reading a book, listening to music, just watching the waves. All right, coming up here, you're gonna get a really cool view of the signature Carnival stack on the ship. And it's a great view, but unfortunately, when I was taking a picture of this right here, the stack picture, underneath us is the sun pool. It's the adults only pool, and it is a wild place. And I just missed a guy doing a front flip into the pool. It was a great moment. He had the lifeguard blowing the whistle at him. He was breaking the rules, and it was pretty intense. Unfortunately, I didn't get it on camera, but from deck 11 coming up here in a little bit, you're gonna see some even more wild stuff going on from that pool. I caught some really hard partying going on camera, and it is, if nothing else, entertaining, so make sure you stick around for that. Look at all these open cruise loungers. There's plenty of space for people to come and chill out. It's not like you gotta reserve a spot because there's plenty of spots open. Sneak peek of the partying going on at the pool there. That's just a glimpse. So the Carnival Conquest has 575 inside cabins. It has 915 outside cabins. The length of the ship is 953 feet. The capacity of the ship is 2,980 passengers, and it has 13 decks. We are on deck 10 of 13 of our ship tour. It's got one indoor pool and 3 outdoor pools. Has a spa and it has a casino, as you saw. Here is an above view of the sky pool. People having a good time down there. You can see those water slides in the distance. Do you guys like to go down the water slides? Do you have kids that like to go down the water slides? I know when I was a kid, I would have been on that thing all day long. Okay, coming up here, you're gonna see the exit of the water slides. And this little pool here is called the Stars Pool. It's a little spot that's kind of lesser known. It seems like it's less crowded a lot of the time than the other pools. There's that hot tub behind there. It looks like there's plenty of people in there, but this might be a spot that you want to check if you want a little bit more space when you're taking a dip. So on embarkation day, when you get to the ship before the rooms are ready, of course, nobody's in their rooms, and so they have the embarkation lunch going on. When I came up on embarkation day, every single table in the entire buffet, and it is a huge buffet, was taken. There was not one spot. So what a lot of people did is got their plate of food from the buffet, which there was long lines for, and they would come out here and find a cruise lounger to sit on and enjoy their embarkation lunch. It's not a bad idea, although it's quite hot outside, so it's not the ideal setting for a hot plate of food, at least for some people, at least for me. But better than having to stand, which a lot of people were doing. People were walking around the ship eating, people were standing eating. But yeah, you got to get creative sometimes on embarkation lunch because they just run out of spots. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up deck 10 right here. Make sure you stick around for deck 11. You're not going to want to miss it. Trust me. All right, gang, here we go. We're heading up to deck 11 on this beautiful sunny day. Right off the bat, on the right-hand side here, you are going to see the sports court. Sports court is awesome. There was always people there when it was open, shooting hoops, laughing it up, having a good time. People of all ages hanging out together. Really a family-friendly place, and I've not got nothing but good things to say about it. Of course, there was a mini golf up above that basketball hoop right there. Great place to spend the afternoon. We're gonna walk down the jogging track right here. We've got one of the awesome crew on the Conquest making sure it is spotless and clean. The crew was great on this ship. This jogging track is 1/10 of a mile, so it's a pretty small one. You gotta do 10 laps on this thing to get in a mile. That is gonna make you dizzy. And finally, we are here. This is the intense partying that I've been talking about this whole video. They get pretty wild here in a second, guys. So, you know what? I'm not gonna pass judgment. People do what they do. I'm pretty sure they're breaking some rules, but they probably don't care, right? They're having a good time. You know, if they're crossing the line, I'm gonna leave it up to you to decide. I'm just gonna stay neutral on this one. We are going to head over to deck 11 on the forward side of the ship now. This is where the spa is. It is a beautiful spa. It has all those spa things where it smells nice. Everything is super clean. Everything's in its place. You just kind of feel at peace even when you walk into the lobby right here. And I will say that on the Conquest, they didn't really get in your face and try to sell you the spa really hard like they do on some of the other ships. You know, I think the people that want the spa know they want the spa, so they're probably going to head over there anyway. So yeah, it was a good experience. We're going to give you a little shot of the salon right here. You can come in here, get your hair done, maybe get a massage, maybe get your nails done. All kinds of good stuff at the salon. It's another shot of reception for you. And as we make our way over in this beautiful lobby, you're going to see that we're walking into a room full of unbelievably beautifully displayed beauty products, lotions and creams, hair products, face products, skin products, all those kind of things. If you're into this kind of stuff, this is going to be a wonderful place for you to shop. So yeah, the spa on the Conquest, I've got nothing to complain about. It's not where I hang out a lot, but I understand why people do. And this is the entrance to the locker room. That's the only way you can get to fitness. I obviously didn't film in there, but I wanted to show you this sauna. There it was, sauna in the locker room, and this huge fitness center. So this is on the other side of the locker room. You come out and this fitness center is right at the front of the ship. You can see the ship driving into the ocean. You can see basically what they're seeing from the bridge while you're running your miles on the treadmill, or maybe you're hitting the elliptical, you know, getting in shape. Hey everybody. Looks like maybe they have spin classes in this room. There was like hardly anybody in here. Maybe at other times of the day it's more crowded, but yeah, there was no problem getting a treadmill or finding a treadmill. I've been on some other cruise ships where you go into the fitness center and there's hardly anything open. So guess maybe it depends on the time of the day, maybe the clientele, maybe where the ship's at, who knows, but there was plenty of open space in that beautiful fitness center. All right, we are heading now up to deck 12. It is getting windy. It is getting windy. The higher you go on the ship, the windier it gets. The deck 12 area is pretty cool. It's pretty peaceful. They've got the ping pong right there, but I don't think any of these people want anybody playing ping pong because this looks like the area on the ship where if you just want to get away from the crowds, get away from the loud music, get away from the partying, and you just want to read a book, take in the sights, take in the smells and the sounds, just find some peace. That's what this area looks like to me. A great place to go spend some alone time, some quiet time, and just enjoy your cruise. I was curious as to what was over here, but it was blocked off. You can get a glimpse though. There's a door right there. It looks like to one of the kids areas. It is right next to the entrance to Serenity, the adult area on the ship. We'll head up there. This is going to be deck 14. They skip right over deck 13, I'm assuming for superstitious reasons. And you can see they have those clamshells where you can get some shade. All of the cruise loungers have nice thick padding on them. Emily and I did sit on these for a little while. It was really comfortable and nice. As with everywhere on the ship, the hot tubs were packed full, people enjoying that hot water. What I really like about the adult area on the Conquest here was they have those clamshells and those padded seats. On a lot of the other cruise lines, you have to pay to go into those areas where they have those extras. This was free of charge and it wasn't super crowded up there, so really a nice place to go if you just wanted a little extra comfort. And it was free of charge. Give you a little bit of ocean view right there. All right, here we go. We're gonna get an action shot of the water slide right here. You're actually gonna see somebody go down, but first, another shot of that Carnival stack back there and a cool shot of just the whole cruise ship. What a beautiful place. There you go, going down that slide. Doesn't that look like fun? And another shot of the comfortable seating. And we're going to follow this young lady into the inside area of deck 12 here, the sun deck. All right, as you can see, we're about to hit Camp Ocean. This is the area for little kids, the daycare center, if you will. I did get a little bit of filming in here, but I cut that out of respect of the children. So there you go, that is the ship tour. Folks, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, you must have liked it. So hey, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share it with your friends. We do tons of cruise content. We love cruising, we love talking about it. We love sharing these videos with you. So hey, hopefully we will see you again soon.